Lionel Messi, Inter Miami to play matches in Peru, Panama, and Honduras before MLS season. Lionel Messi and Inter Miami will play exhibitions in Peru, Panama, and Honduras next month, rounding out a 5-match preseason tour that begins in Las Vegas and ends in Tampa, Florida ahead of the 2025 MLS season. Inter Miami's The Americans preseason tour begins in Las Vegas when Inter Miami plays Mexican champions Club America at Allegiant Stadium on January 18. Inter Miami will face Peruvian side Club Universitario de Deportes, the country's first division back-to-back champions, at Estadio Monumental in Lima, Peru, on January 29. 4 days later, Inter Miami will face Sporting San Miguelito at Estadio Ramón Fernández Gutiérrez in Panama City, Panama on February 2. Inter Miami will face Honduran giants Club Deportivo Olimpia at the Estadio Olímpico Metropolitano in San Pedro Sula, Honduras on February 8. And the preseason comes to an end when Inter Miami faces its in-state MLS rival Orlando City at Raymond James Stadium in Tampa, Florida on February 14. The 5-match preseason lasting a month is a lighter load than Inter Miami's worldwide preseason tour last year, when the club played 6 games in El Salvador, Dallas, Saudi Arabia, Hong Kong, and Tokyo in a span of 3 weeks. Still, Inter Miami's 2025 tour will see Messi draw fans in North, Central, and South America, continuing to promote the MLS club to an international audience while preparing for an action-packed season. Messi and Inter Miami will play in the Champions Cup, the Club World Cup, and the Leagues Cup tournaments in 2025, while defending their Supporters' Shield title and contending for another postseason berth in the MLS Cup playoffs next year. We're very excited to unveil the 5 matches against domestic and international opponents across the Americas that will prepare us for a highly anticipated 2025. Inter Miami's president of football operations, Raul Sanllehi, said in a statement. These fixtures will put us in the best possible position ahead of an unparalleled campaign with various competitions we're playing for this year: the FIFA Club World Cup, CONCACAF Champions Cup, Leagues Cup, and MLS. Messi won MLS MVP in 2024, helping Inter Miami win the regular season title and set the MLS single-season points record 74 before the club's first-round playoff exit to Atlanta United. The club will also have a new coach in 2025, after Messi's longtime teammate Javier Mascherano was hired to replace Tata Martino, who resigned following last season. Inter Miami will begin the first round of the CONCACAF Champions Cup with the first of 2 games against Sporting Kansas City at Children's Mercy Park on February 18 at 8 p.m. ET. Inter Miami will host New York City FC on February 22 in their MLS season opener, then host Sporting KC in the second leg of their first-round Champions Cup matchup on February 25. Both matches will be played at Chase Stadium in Fort Lauderdale, Florida. Messi-led Inter Miami unveils 5-match, 4-country preseason trip. Lionel Messi is getting another preseason tour with Inter Miami. This one a 5-match trip that will see the reigning MLS Supporters' Shield winners playing in 4 different countries as it tunes up for the 2025 season. Announced Friday were 3 matches in South America and Central America. Inter Miami opens that swing with a game against Peruvian champion Club Universitario de Deportes in Lima on January 29. From there, the club goes to Panama City to take on Sporting San Miguelito on February 2, followed by a trip to San Pedro Sula, Honduras, for a February 8 match against Club Deportivo Olimpia. The first and last preseason matches were already known. Inter Miami will play Mexican Power Club America in Las Vegas on January 18 and close the exhibition slate in Tampa, Florida, against MLS rival Orlando City on February 14. We're very excited to unveil the 5 matches against domestic and international opponents across the Americas that will prepare us for a highly anticipated 2025. Inter Miami president of football operations Raul Sanllehi said. These fixtures will put us in the best possible position ahead of an unparalleled campaign with various competitions we're playing for this year: the FIFA Club World Cup, CONCACAF Champions Cup, Leagues Cup, and MLS. With 34 regular season MLS matches, 5 preseason games, and the 3 cup tournaments, Inter Miami could easily exceed 50 matches this season, and probably will play even more than that. And that doesn't even count international matches for Messi and likely several other Inter Miami players. This year's preseason tour isn't quite as ambitious as the one Inter Miami planned last year, with matches in Dallas, El Salvador, Saudi Arabia, Hong Kong, and Japan on that schedule. Much of that trip didn't go as envisioned. A Messi versus Cristiano Ronaldo matchup in Saudi Arabia didn't happen because Ronaldo was sidelined by injury, and fans in Asia were angered by Messi